Hello, ladles and jelly spoons. This is Tim Down for Living with MS in Tenerife. We're here on the balcony. As you can see right behind me, there are a few clouds, but we're expecting the sun to make an appearance anytime soon. It's Wednesday at 5:55, or a little bit after. And this, my friends, is Balcony Banter. And who do we have but the whole four people? We've got me on the top left-hand corner, Christina and Juliane on the top right. On the bottom right is Ian. And special guest this evening is Dan, the man, the CraicMaster himself. He's still working at the moment, but he's going to go into relax mode anytime soon.
I was actually just sharing your video.
He was just sharing my video. There you go. So if you're a Dan, the man, CraicMaster fan, then you'll know where he is tonight. Sahar couldn't make it?
No, she couldn't make it this evening.
Okay, that's not a problem. That's more for us then. No, you brought a doggy bag, did you?
I did indeed, yeah.
Okay.
Big one, like. I cleared out the boot of my car.
And Ian, I'll send you some over in the post, okay?
Oh, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
But you gotta get something back to her, because it's with garlic.
I will, yeah, definitely. I filled the boot with it. I emptied everything in the boot of my car.
Yeah.
Just so I could get as much food
Your
in
new
there.
car?
Yeah, my new car.
Oh,
Indeed.
wow.
My new car, yeah.
Is it leased or did you pay it cash?
I put cash down,
Yeah.
and I got some on finance,
Okay.
and I'm renting out my other car.
Oh, you're renting your other car out?
Yeah.
So it's like a one-car rent-a-car business you got?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, it's the start of something new.
There you
Power
go.
of change, there you go.
The power of change.
Changed my car.
Change me car. So let's see who's on. I've got to go in here. It's Christina's phone I'm using at the moment, and she always complains because every time you mention me or every time you comment on me, it comes up on her phone and she says, "What's this? What have I pressed now?" And
That's
so,
not how I speak.
that's not how I speak.
Exactly.
That's not how I speak.
That's it.
There you
You
go.
got your clicker. You got your clicker.
She's got her clicker tonight, yeah.
It's there.
I gotta watch my own advert now. I got fiber 300 megabytes for $29.95 in Germany. There you go. Überspringen. There you go. We have lots of people on. 74 people. Craig was on first. Hi, all balcony banter. Maria Albanos.
Hola, mi niña.
Craig Andrews, done trucking. Simon Farrant, Maria Albanos again. And Craig, they're chatting amongst themselves. Tracy Addison, hi Tracy, thank you for your support. And the little badge there's turned red. Marie Alti Photography, BB, hope everyone has a great week so far. I had a quick look, not a quick look, I had a slow look at your channel, and I really liked the channel. But I was expecting photographs that you'd taken. And so it wasn't what I was expecting, but it's a nice channel, and it's very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
Got
relaxing.
DJ on there.
Darren John's on?
Ticka DJ is going to be here soon.
He is going to be here soon.
Yep.
In fact, I'm going to interview him if he wants me to.
Watch out, DJ.
Just after an English breakfast and a hot gummy bear.
A gummy bear.
Yeah, didn't you see the hot gummy bear challenge?
No, I got to check that out.
You got to check that one out. This you had to put it in your mouth and chew it fully, completely, and then you weren't allowed to have any drink or any relief for 5 minutes. Of course, Lee went and ran around, yeah, and Darren just going,
Yeah. All right.
"Oh, it's hot, it's hot,
What's this?
it's hot."
What's it? It's nothing. You know what I mean?
We're not doing London accents, you know. We're not doing London accents.
Shut up.
Do me a favour, leave it out. In the
Leave it
Queen
out,
Land
Sam.
looking good for the
You know what I mean?
years. Give me part of the jelly deals and a pickled egg, me old China.
Darren, I challenge you when you come over to a burger challenge in Harley's. I think it's Harley's. Yeah.
A burger
It's
challenge in
this
yours?
huge burger. Like
How many?
Really?
How many patties?
I don't know how big it is. It's like it looks like someone had to carry it in like that. See if we can eat it.
We have a challenge as well of how many Obsler and Williams Christbeerne that you can drink.
Don't even know what that is, but
Oh, it's good.
it's got alcohol,
it's
isn't it?
Snaps.
Oh, it's alcohol, yeah.
I can't do that challenge.
Yeah, but you'd lose.
I think everyone
Zero.
around. If I drank that much alcohol, everyone around me would lose.
Definitely time for a change. There you go. Get on the plane. Get on the plane. Okay, Cole's on, Maroida's on, Pete and Shell's on. Laney127, hi guys, just jumped on. Hi Laney. Trisha Slater, Tina Rigby, Jeff Daniels, Daniel Lee. Good evening, everybody. Slimmer Life's on. Moira's on. Done trucking. Okay, I think we've done everybody. Ian the Doorman, hi.
I haven't liked it.
Don't look over the side, Dan. It's a long way up. Actually, it's not. It's a long way down. There's a difference.
See, when you say that, it doesn't. The lift actually on the
Derek
way up
Walker.
freaks me out every time.
Because it's so small.
No, it's not that. It goes up, then shakes, then drops to the level, and I'm like, nah, man, here, get me out of this. But I'm too lazy to use the stairs, so I take the nerve. Sorry, I nearly knocked over the table there.
Steve C, Tony Such, I missed a load here. Mark Murphy, Ian Miller, whoever he is, Juliane Nendel, whoever she is. Okay, kids. Right. So, welcome to Balcony Banter. Tonight we don't have a video for you. It's just a discussion. I'm saying just a discussion. We've got Dan the CraicMaster with us, which he's right there. Look, I'm up here. There you go. And you've got Ian to your left.
But where's Ian?
To your left.
Hi, Ian.
Left.
Hi, Tim.
Oh, that'll do.
That'll do, yeah. So we're going to go around the table first. So first of all, Christina Lee.
Hello.
How the devil are you, my darling?
I'm fine. It's SSDD. as always
SSDD.
is.
Yeah. Same, different day. So what have you been doing the last week since the last balcony banter?
I had my
Oh, it was the Thursday of hell, wasn't it? Oh, the
Sort
Thursday
of.
of hell.
Radiografia.
Radiographia. She went for a Kern spin tomography. Was it?
Whoa.
Oh no, that's German,
Yeah.
isn't it? What's the English word? What's the one where you put you in a resonantia?
Oh, it's I did one recently actually.
CAT scan or something.
CAT scan. That's
CAT
it.
scan. Yes, you're going to have a
Yeah.
CAT scan.
Yeah.
So she's the only one in the family that can prove she's got a brain.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Not a lot left, but there's still some.
Did they find any cats?
No.
When they scanned me, I was very
no,
disappointed.
no cats.
No cats on me
No
either.
cats. So what did you do that
Just cuckoos.
for? Was it? Is it? You haven't had one for like 4 or 5 years, and they wanted to see whether your brain had got any more lesions. Because MS, for those of you who don't know, is a disease where you get lesions in your brain because your own immune system attacks the sheathing on the nerves and causes scarring on the brain. So that's probably the reason why she's got me, you see, because nobody in the right mind would marry me, would they? You're supposed to say no, Tim.
You said that.
Don't be saying stuff like that about yourself.
About myself. I'm just putting myself down.
Yeah,
I shouldn't put myself down.
not the right attitude.
It's not the right attitude.
Sahar just messaged me.
I'm being told off.
She said to send her apologies and thank you for inviting her over.
Hey, no problem. I know you're very busy, and we're going to send you some food back. Hey, shall we send it back cooked or raw?
I would send it back cooked. She won't appreciate the raw food.
No, I mean, if she doesn't want it tonight, then she could have it like...
Oh, that's true. But she can reheat it then.
Oh, she can, yeah.
Yeah,
she
there
can.
you go.
Basically, I've made the bread, the flatbreads myself. They're not made yet, but we'll make them right there.
That's
And
going to be really good.
And the meat has been marinating overnight with the onions. Marinating. It's I found out that if you put salt, pepper, thyme, cloves,
Yeah.
and cinnamon on meat, it tastes Greek. That's the Greek spice, if you like.
Nice.
As I never used to be able to get it right, but then I buy a guy called Akis Petastrakis or
Know him
Petastrikis.
well.
Yeah, if you look
West of
Akis,
Ireland.
AKIS, on YouTube,
Yeah.
he's got a great channel. He's got a Greek channel and he's got an English channel.
Right.
But you can actually follow along on the Greek channel.
Yeah.
Because he sort of goes, and then at the bottom he says how many grams, and then you're all right.
Happy days.
That's your moussaka that you're doing.
The moussaka
right?
that I do is from Akis Petastrakis, but he wasn't on his channel. It was on FoodTube by Jamie Oliver. He got his start on FoodTube, and then but I do the Akis Petastrakis. Just do Akis moussaka, and you'll find it. It's the best one, and there's no oil or anything. Well, there's a bit of oil, but there's no sort of like big oil things. I got to turn Christina's chair off, haven't I? Oh, she can do it herself. Because if she knocks it like that, she's away with the fairies. You got it? All right, there you go. Away with the fairies. Yeah, so Akis Petasakis. There we go. I think it's Akis. Just Akis Musaka. Akis
Yes.
Musaka. So what we got? Oh, we got loads of questions here, but not for me. Get out of my pub. Get out of my pub.
Get him out, Pab, son. Your Greek is amazing, just so you know.
My Greek is
Yeah,
amazing.
he speaks some.
Efkaristo.
Ah, exactly.
You're supposed to say
I'll
parakalo.
have two of them.
Efkaristo.
Two.
Thank you. Parakalo. You're welcome.
Parakalo.
Okay. And parakalo napoli rosso is the bill, please, in Greek.
Parakalo Napiloso.
Parakalo napoli rosso.
Parakalo Napoli Rosso.
But that's only in Crete, the Greece in Crete.
All right.
That's like a local dialect.
Wow.
There you go. He's on it like a car bonnet.
Efkaristo. Hi, Anne. Missed your comment. There you go. Heather Evening. Oh, there we go. Right, so let's stop that. So I'm not looking at comments just now because what we're going to do is we're going to introduce the round the table. So we've done Christina Lee. Have you finished, or have you got any more to say?
I finished
There
for
you
now.
go. For now.
For now.
I like it.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
yeah.
That's always the same, isn't it? Yeah? I'm finished for now. Juliane, my love of my life. What's the
Yes.
crack?
What's the
You got to
crack?
come in.
What's
You got to
the
come in
crack?
slightly.
I gotta come in. Yeah, well, I'm happy to be here with you and back again on the balcony. And I'm happy that Dan could make it tonight. And that's one of Ian's accomplishments again.
Uh-huh.
He set it up.
He set it all up.
Yep, he did. Our executive producer. Yeah,
And
well,
security manager.
that's it. Oh, yeah.
Ian's over
He
here.
got a new
Hey,
title
hey,
as
behave.
well.
Behave.
Exactly.
He's getting us, you know. Like, you
Just-
can't see it, can you, Dan? You can't
Just
see.
be kind.
No. I need to get a monitor so you can see the program. That's him. Yeah.
see.
That's him. He's right there.
Where's
there.
Ian? There.
He's there.
Ian's in that chair there.
Ah, hi.
And Juliane.
Actually, Ian's below you.
Oh,
Tim's
This
there.
side.
Under the
Don't look up,
table.
Ian. No looking up.
don't look up. Exactly. Yeah. So I've been working and I've been walking, hiking. Well, actually more walking than hiking.
I can only see it through like a slit, you know, like in between the iPads.
Exactly.
It's like-
Eyes don't lie.
Eyes don't lie. There you go.
Yeah. And now the sun's coming out. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
getting quite warm actually.
It is warm now, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking I'm glad I didn't put my hoodie on. There you go.
Well, hoodies are just a fashion statement anyway, aren't they? Really, they're not.
Oh,
not-
mine's a very special hoodie. I tell you that much.
Is it a CraicMaster hoodie?
No, it's a hoodie that I got when I was back in Ireland,
Uh-huh.
and it says on the back, "One promise, many gifts," and it's a recovery hoodie about recovery.
Oh, about
One promise and many gifts.
many gifts.
One promise. There you go.
Merry gifts, many gifts.
Sorry, I went across to you there, Christy
Juliane?
or Juliane.
Yeah, no. I was finished for now.
You're finished for now, okay. So we're going to go to Ian first, because Ian...
on, Ian.
Come on, Ian, what have you been doing apart from cracking the whip and keeping us all in check?
You'll hear more about that. It's been quiet since the last time we spoke. The weather hasn't been very good, so I haven't been getting out for walking about. Had a nice wee walk today. It was a nice afternoon. Sun was shining, everything. So it was great. I've been playing about with some videos and that with very little success at the
That's
moment.
why we didn't get one.
That's why you didn't get one.
Ah, okay. I thought it might have been you. I thought it might have been you got the video, but you couldn't get it onto the drive I sent you.
No, I haven't tried that one yet, but
Okay.
give us time.
Okay.
Plus, I've got another one or two bits and pieces on my laptop here which are not functioning correctly. So it's been just about getting binned the last couple of days.
Okay.
And basically, that's just about it. Like, you know.
Cool, dude. And your security segment's coming up later, so stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. The security segment's coming up later.
Yes, yeah. I'll speak to you about that one.
Okay.
Ian the bouncer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have a special guest here. He's not really a special guest because he's invited every week. if he wants to come on.
Thank you very much.
And he's a regular guy. I linked to him in the description, the CraicMaster, for those of you who don't know him. Ha. And also a link to his businesses down there if you want to do anything on the island. And he's a great... I mean, we don't meet up that often, but I class you as a good friend.
Exactly the same. Ditto is the word I was looking for.
Ditto.
Christine wants
Actually,
to
I'm
say
looking away.
something.
When I'm looking at you, I'm actually looking away from you.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solo mio, and then I'm going to put you and me on the top.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done it wrong now. Hang on.
Christina wants to say something.
You and me on the top.
Juliane
Oh, there we
wants
go.
to-
And then
What's
two on the
that?
bottom. So now when I look this way, I'm looking at you. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. Yes, Christina.
I just wanted to say that the CraicMaster is a really busy guy, and we feel honored when he's with us.
I
There
feel
you
honoured
go.
to be invited
There you
all the
go.
time.
He is a very busy
And I
guy.
am sorry that I can't be here more often because I actually really enjoy Balcony Banter because the topics are always very interesting and intriguing to me.
They're not
100%.
typical vlogs that we got on the
No.
island, but I think it's
I like it.
a nice way to. So I don't want to say up the sort of intelligence quota, but you know, it's sort of like
I
get a
don't know
little
why you
bit.
brought me here if that's what you were trying to do.
No, I mean discuss topics of
Deep
national importance.
And deeper. A lot of the topics I like are the deeper ones. Anything a little bit deeper for me is interesting. Yeah, I guess there's lots of different vlogging stuff going on, and this particular, I would say it's closer to a podcast than a vlog.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it reminds me a lot of a podcast that I used to do with two of my mates called, and when I seen them in Ireland, we're restarting it, but same thing, just finding the time. It was called That's Good Crack, and it was very similar. We
I
had
saw a
guests
couple
on,
of those, yeah.
We talked very deeply about, particularly around life, without drinking and drugs, which is quite a change when you're used to that being a prevalent part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so this I enjoy because it's just chatting, and it's not chatting, and a bit of crack thrown in, and deeper topics as well. So yeah,
Perfect.
there you go.
And this is Balcony Banter. So. And we're back in the room. So what I should do is put a fade on that, shouldn't I? We'll do a cross dissolve. There we go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so we've been around the table. Just me. Last Thursday, I went in the morning. What did I do in the morning?
Doctor,
Yeah, what did I do?
they just
Oh,
took
that's
blood,
right. They
didn't
called me up. They called me up. They said, "You're an old bugger." They said, "We want you to come in because you've got to take your heart and your blood pressure and your sugar and."
They gave you sugar.
Oh no, they didn't actually. But now they've sent me now at the end of the month to go for an eye test to see whether I'm diabetic.
Oh,
Yeah, they say, "Can you see that donut over there?" And I say, "Yeah." They say, "Well, don't eat it."
it looks great.
It looks great.
Can you put it on my table?
No, apparently they can look through your eyes and they can find out whether you're on the border. Because she said my sugar was a bit high,
Yeah.
or he said that. I don't know. Those of you who test yourself, I hadn't eaten anything, and I think it was 111, if that's a number. I looked the other way and it said 111. Good, it was not another number because it's the same upside
Maybe
down.
there was something wrong with his calculator. It said 111.
No, well, it was 111. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the levels.
And he said, you've only, I said, how long have I got to live then as a joke, you know? He says, 10. I said, what, months, years? He said, 9, 8, 7.
Oh, jeez.
Not true.
Ah.
Not true.
Oh,
The
joke.
dad jokes are out.
Oh, yeah, the dad jokes, yeah. Talking about dad jokes, Mark, if you're watching, my brother, hi. Because he's like my dad now. Mark's like my dad now. He watches on catch-up. Well, actually, he watches on catch-up when I say, did you watch last night's Balcony Banter? And he went, yeah. And then he's got to then because he knows I'll ask him next time I go on. There was one bit in it that I mentioned you, and then he's got to watch the whole thing.
Oh, right, yeah. And then you haven't mentioned him at all.
Exactly.
It's like,
This is the first time I've ever mentioned him in Balcony Banter. Actually, you can stop watching now. See you, Mark. He never watched.
I might mention you later, so stay tuned.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, we'll blah, 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 blah. having no sex. Now my mouth won't work. So yeah, so I went to the doctor there, and everything was fine. So, but they gave me these new appointments to go and do something else. So, and I've got this thumb here has gone numb, and it's really annoying because I'm a magician and I can't do my card tricks anymore without this thumb. There's a very important thumb in card tricks, that is, especially if you're thumb counting. But so what I might be able to do is claim invalidity benefit because of my thumb, because I can't work. I can't work.
Do another one.
Yeah.
They'll go you too.
Yeah, but I can't thumb count with this because I'm right-handed.
All right.
You got a thumb count with your non-dominant hand.
You're non-dominant.
Non-dominant.
All
There
right.
you go.
So mine would be my left.
Non-dom.
No, my right.
Where did I see non-dom before? Oh yeah, the wife of the Chancellor of the Exchequer of the UK.
Non-dom.
Yeah, she lives in India, right? So she doesn't have to pay tax, and he still says he lives in America, so he doesn't have to pay tax. And then he said, "I forgot. We forgot."
I love these people.
So
They're legends.
if he's not a liar, right?
Yeah.
If he's not a liar, and he really is an idiot like that, then why is he in that job?
Well, I'll tell you something. Was it you that recommended House of Cards to me?
Yes.
I started watching it,
Yeah.
and that tells me a lot.
I got another one for you.
Yeah.
Designated survivor.
Ooh.
That's,
Do you expect me to remember? I'll be looking later on. I'll be on Netflix looking for designated driver. Can't find him. Like, where is this designated driver?
Well, I used to go out in the parking lot, right, after the bar. You know, we'd all been to the pub and everything, and I would go out into the car park, and I'd go and I'd stagger over to my car, and I'd get it wrong, and I'd drop the keys, right, and then the police would come up, and they'd just say, "Come on, lad. You know, you're not going to get in that car. You've been at it for half an hour. You're the last one in the car park." I said, "That's all right. All my mates have gone home now." So what? They breathalyzed me out and had a drink. So they said, "You're the designated drunk tonight, Tim."
Yeah.
That's not true, by the way. It's just another dad joke. I do not and never have. Anyway. So here we go. Yeah, so that was the doctor thing. So what else has happened? I started my walks again yesterday. I did yesterday and today. I'm a little bit late because I wanted to get up at 8 and be out by 8:30. But there was this white thing on my back and I couldn't get it off. It was the bed sheet. And it was just stuck to my back. I couldn't get out of bed. And then I eventually got up at 9 and then I was out by 10 somewhere. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm hoping to get out a little bit earlier. And I hope you can join me there. So it's very good. And what I've been doing as well, I actually did do a drive around at the end today because I called Christine and she was all right with it. So I did a drive around yesterday and I did a drive around again today. So I've got 2 of those to edit, and they'll be coming out this weekend. I think I'll publish them at the weekend when nobody else is on. So you got something to watch. You doing anything the weekend?
Yeah, doing a live on Saturday night.
So you did say Saturday night, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm probably going to do a live with Matty. You've met Matty.
I met Matty. In fact, he was supposed to come here, wasn't he?
Yeah, I never thought to invite him there this evening. I invited Sahara and she was supposed to come and then she couldn't. I never thought she could have brought Matty. Yeah, we'll have to bring him along next time.
Yeah, okay.
He'd enjoy that.
Cool.
Matty,
I
as a
was
22-year-old, has got his head screwed on. Very much so.
I was hoping he would be there tonight. I wanted to grill him.
Grill him. There's not much meat in him for grilling.
No, I didn't. No, the meat wise, the other way.
Matty, if you're watching this, I didn't mean that in a bad way.
You can grill me, you know, but it's mostly fat. It's mostly fat.
The fat is where the flavour is. There you
The
go.
fat is where the flavour is. Exactly. Tim, did you enjoy your coffee this morning, minus the brandy? Oh, I don't know if you saw it this morning. Yesterday, I stopped at a little cafe on my walk, and I asked for a carajillo con hielo. Christina, what is a carajillo con hielo?
Coffee with ice.
And what's in the coffee?
What is the carajo?
Brandy.
The brandy.
Wasn't that the parejito?
No, that was the one here with the
Aye.
43. The carajillo con hielos we had in the flotante in Ibiza.
Aye.
Remember?
There's brandy in there.
Yeah, and I just wanted a little tot of brandy, you know, just to show the people there was something other than barajito, right? So yesterday I got it from an Italian guy. I didn't know what it was, so I told him exactly what it was. And I said, it's a cafe solo with a little bit of brandy, and then an extra glass with ice, and then you put sugar in it if you want sugar. Pour it over the ice. It's immediately cold, and they can't get a lot of brandy in the cafe solo glass, right?
No.
So anyway, this morning I did the same at another place. I won't name it, and I got there and I said exactly the same. I said cafe solo with a little brandy in it, and an extra glass with ice, please, and sugar, yeah. And then it was ages because she said they were busy, you know, and it was ages. And then she came out with a mug full of coffee. And I said, if that's an espresso in there and the rest is brandy, because there's no ice in it either.
Yeah.
I said, it's one of those, you know, brandy. I said, I can't drink that because I'm driving.
The 28-second pour.
Exactly. So anyway, I said I can't drink that, so I changed it, and I even offered to pay for it because I thought it might have been my fault, you know, because I'm asking for something special, you know. No, I'm asking for something special, and maybe, you know, they were busy and all that anyway. So anyway, when she came, she gave me the bill, and no, when she brought the other one out, there was no brandy in it. So anyway, I'm glad actually.
What was it in the end, though?
It was just a cup of coffee with ice.
An iced coffee.
There you go.
It wasn't even iced coffee because it was a espresso with 2 ice cubes, you know. It's like,
Yep.
Anyway.
That's
So yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Well, we found out what 111 means from Sharon Anand. She says it would have been considered as pre-diabetes.
So at one point,
1111.
so 110 is below,
Yeah.
and 111 is
Yeah,
pre-diabetes.
but obviously 1 means a lot.
It does.
Yeah. In the diabetes world, 1 is a...
Yeah, but from 0 to 110, like it's like you're all right. Then 111, no.
Keep eating them donuts. 111. Whoa. That's 1 too many donuts, buddy. You've broken the donut limit. We're actually 111 on the live chat. Look at that.
Yeah, but so are. I just noticed that.
Not only is it live chat, it's a diabetes reader as well.
You know, I think there is a God.
Or an angel number.
Or an angel number, there you go. Or a Schnapszahl.
Oh, yes, not
I
so.
love angels instead.
The
Gone now,
Schnapszahl.
it's 107.
Anyway, let's get on to the actual
Topic.
today. Oh, we've run out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us. The topic today is the power of change. So we will be right back.
Very funky intro.
And we're back in the room. So, Juliane, the
Yes.
topic today is,
The power of change.
you want to set it up?
Me.
Yeah.
Ian wants to set it up.
Oh, does Ian want to set it up?
Ian wants to set
Oh,
it up.
My golly gosh, I am totally useless, aren't I?
No, well,
Thank you.
I would say change is inevitable. Look at the sky.
Change is inevitable.
Yeah. So, Ian, what have you got to say or introduce the topic? Because you were at it with Dan, and you wanted to bring out that topic so much. So,
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much, Dan, for coming up.
Thank you for inviting me.
A wee bit later than what was normally planned, but yeah, thanks very much, and enjoyed our wee chat that we had about what 4 months ago now, is it?
Yeah, a lot's changed since then.
Exactly. Right.
Some good, some bad.
To start off, feel free, folks, to ask questions on the topic in the chat. As always, But remember the code of conduct for our community and think before you type. Today's topic, the power of change. The power to change is very real. It is a great gift. Each one of us has been given the power to change his or her life. Daniel,
Whoa.
you're a
Yeah.
positive person.
Some of the time, not all the time.
How did you go about using the power of change to change you and your lifestyle? That's my question to you.
So I'm not going to assume that people who are watching this know or have heard know my story. Like I've shared my story on here before, but if the best way of saying it is, when I was younger, from about 13 to 20, I was an active addict, using and taking copious amounts of drugs and alcohol, in which I became someone who was untrustworthy, who would rob and steal, lie and cheat and manipulate and do things that, you know, I wouldn't do now. And it brought me to my knees. I mean, knees, spiritually, physically and mentally. In the case that I didn't really want to live anymore, I'd alienated myself from my friends and my family. My parents didn't know what to do with me, and I guess change for me always comes after pain, and I felt enough pain in that sense that there was a few options. Either I die, take my own life, go to prison, go to a mental institute, or I figure out what's wrong with me, or not what's wrong with me, but what's wrong with me. So I was working for a guy who knew my background, knew my family. I was very good friends with his son, and he said to me one day, he said, "Do you think your life's unmanageable, and do you think it would be linked to your drinking and your drugging?" And I never really pieced the whole thing together, and I kind of, when he said that, it made sense. And obviously I didn't want to be doing the things that I was doing anymore. I didn't know a way out. I didn't know the solution, and I certainly didn't know I had a disease or a dis-ease, which I wasn't at ease with myself, so I used it outward things and substances to try and get some sort of ease in myself. So the pain triggered me to seek another route, another approach, and that approach was a 12-step program, which I won't mention here because obviously anonymity of those 12-step programs is very important. But it was the pain. It was almost like, I believe, and I've learned over the years, that our spirits need to be shook every once in a while through pain, through discomfort, through sorrow, through whatever it is, to implement some sort of change. And I took that moment to go to a meeting and seek help, and three spiritual principles were very important in that, were open-mindedness, willingness, and honesty. So those three things were really paramount to my change, because if I wasn't applying those spiritual principles, then it's very hard to change, because I'm not willing and I'm not open-minded, and I'm certainly not being honest with the people around me and with myself. And if I deny all those things and I deny that I need to change, then it's very easy for me to hide from what needs to be done. And you know, I'm 22 years this year off drugs and drink, and throughout the years I've seen people who need to change but don't want to change. So it's very, and I'll just finish on this because I'll go on for ages, it's very easy for it's what I'm trying to say is, when you look at someone you think, wow, they need to change, their life's a mess or whatever, But you cannot force that change on that person. You can show them where the change is possible and how it's possible. But that person has to truly want the change in order to seek the change and to implement the change. So for me, I wanted to change enough, that I'd suffered enough, and that I wanted to seek that change. And that's how it started, I guess. My spirit was shook, I wanted to change, and I was given a clear route towards that change. I hope that explains something there.
Yeah, it's for me, that was very succinct, very open, very honest. Thank you very much for that.
No problem.
And well done is all I want to
Thank
say.
you.
But it's 22 years ago, but you're still working on it, right? It's not like you changed 22 years ago and that was it. It's a change that you have to live with every day.
Life, that's the thing. Life happens, like, I guess life happens, and you have to, like, my automatic response a lot of the times to life is run. You know what I mean? Is run from stuff that happens in my life. I mean, as you know, my mother passed away, and it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever personally gone through in my own life. And being able to get through that is I find it very tough, like, you know. And the easiest solution for me when I feel that sorrow is to run, like, you know.
Yeah.
And my automatic response in the past was always to choose a drug or whatever that would anesthetize that pain. And in order to follow a spiritual path, it's a consistent thing with me. Like, I keep going to the meetings that I need to go. I keep sharing as much as I can. I seek help. At the moment, I'm getting grief counselling once a week, to help me go through this process of grieving and change, which is, we talk about change. That's a change that I certainly didn't want. I didn't want to not have my mother in my life anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's a change I have to deal with, like, you know, and that we all have to deal with. And I can run from that and hide myself, which is my automatic response. And it doesn't mean drugs. It could mean what I do regularly now is disconnect, Netflix, work, whatever I can, not to sit with that feeling. So now I've given myself an hour, guaranteed, every week, with a counsellor sitting in front of me, to go and open up that pain, so that I can grieve it and move on from it, like. And this, you talk about continuous process. That's what it is. That's what I believe my life to be. It's a spiritual journey where I can regress, I can progress, I can be stagnant. But normally when I get stagnant and start to regress, or something's thrown into my life, like the loss of my mother, I have to do some sort of action. I can't just sit on the laurels that it's going to be okay.
Right.
And my action right now is going through that, and changing the I suppose it's something I've never dealt with, you know what I mean? And I guess it's just part of life. So yeah, so I have to keep on top of those things, and yeah, it's a consistent thing for me, recovery, like, it never ends till the day I die, like, and I wouldn't want it any other way, because I grow every time I go through stuff like this, you know.
Exactly.
I know sitting here right now, my mother would be proud of me, like, you know what I mean? And you look back when I was a young lad and she had to come into police stations and stuff like that. My mum passed away looking at a son that she was proud because he changed, you know. You know, and that means a lot to me, that I could have to, you know, that was a huge motivator for me, was changing for my mother, you know, to watch her suffer when I was using, and to be able to lie beside, or be beside her bed and hold her hand on her last few days on this planet, like, was such a precious gift for me to give back to my mother, you know. And yeah, so that's I suppose what change is about. Is it can be thrown onto you. It's a consistent thing. It's something you have to deal with. It's very easy for me to bury my head in the sand. Yeah, I hope that made some sense. I went on a bit of a rant there.
No, that was really good. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thank-
I want to
thank
pick
you-
up on
thank you,
something
Dan.
that you
Thank you,
that you
Dan,
said,
for
just for me personally, is you were saying about certain changes that are sort of immediate and damning, you know, that they happen like from one day to the next, and your whole life is changed. But there's also this continuous change.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the word process.
Yeah.
And I was reading an article, I think it was, about everything is in the process of change.
Yeah.
It's just the speed at which it happens. You, as a human being, you probably don't notice it, like the mountains growing or shrinking.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see a mountain grow or shrink or a boulder rot, but it happens at such a massive time interval that we don't notice it. And I can imagine that other life forms on the planet, like little ants or something, or things whose lives are less than a day or a couple of weeks even, they see change very quickly in their world.
Yeah.
But in our world, it looks like we're stagnating. So you've got the two types of changes. The one where it happens immediately, which means there was that process went quickly, or a process that's going slowly that you don't notice. When people look at Christina sometimes, when I see her, she's been the same for the last 8 years. But when we get visitors, there's some people that say, "Oh, well, last year you could do this, or last year that was different." And some people come to me and say, "You've got old and fat," you know, and I just think I'm the same slim Tim I was. But there are changes, affecting change. The power of change is how to affect change.
Yeah.
I think that's something. Ian, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. It's power is to change your habits on that and realise your dreams. Can I ask Dan, moving on a wee bit,
Yeah.
the change in your lifestyle after the pandemic and the holiday business and that went down? You have now opened up another shop. Did this help you on the change and on your road?
In what, can I ask? Sorry, in what sense?
Given you something to occupy your time, uh, given your mind something to do in expanding your business.
Yeah, I mean, for me, challenge is always important in my life, whether it's mentally, physically, or spiritually. And opening a new office is a challenge. It's, you know, I've always wanted a brand, a chain of good excursion shops for myself, with good staff, and it's good that I can employ people and they make money and they're doing well for themselves, and I create a successful business for that. That's enjoyable for me. I like challenging myself in life. I always had a goal to have the kind of, from one end of, say, Los Cristianos to La Caleta, to have at least 3 excursion shops in equally spaces across that front end, to kind of give people, you know, to cover that in the sense that, so did it distract, like, it was always a plan in my head anyways to get another excursion shop. Did it distract me from what's going on? Yes, it was a great way to hide. I don't think it was a great tool to deal with it. I don't believe hiding is ever a good solution to change. It's a positive change in my life in the sense that I now have a new excursion shop. It's successful, it's doing well, and that's a good thing. Whether or not
I wouldn't. Sorry, Dan.
does that make sense what I'm saying, or did I answer your question?
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word hide.
Okay.
You gave yourself a goal
Yeah.
to expand your business, and you went forward on that. That to me would keep your mindset occupied for what you wanted to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's one thing I'm not afraid of, is setting myself goals and achieving things and failing or succeeding, because that's what's life about. If I hid in a corner, it wouldn't be. But I guess it wouldn't be like I wouldn't succeed in life, and I certainly wouldn't. Failures as well. Failures are part of it as well. But I have to say, I have been using, doing the things that I need to do in business. But I have been using it as a form of hiding from certain processes in the healing of the loss of my mother. And But I do agree it's an important thing to get involved and do the business. But, you know, I guess now it's time that set up is to give myself the time to change, because as much as I like having a successful business, and I love, as much as I like having the financial gains that come with that, and it makes my life easier, I don't have to worry about as much things, and certainly a lot easier than during the pandemic. I can freely fly somewhere. I could fly and be with my mother. I could fly and see my brother and sister recently. I could see my dad. All those things come with financial security. But the reality for me is that's not what life's about. Like, you know, life is definitely not about what we accumulate. Life is about how we are within. And at the moment, I'm not good within, and I need to do something about it. And that's the most important change in my life, not the external stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does actually. That does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of comments on
Juliana?
keeping busy helps. We all had to change during the pandemic. Dan is too quiet, he says. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, guys. Maybe I'm not close enough.
And maybe I turned you down instead of me.
That's you now, Tim. That's better.
That's better now. Everyone tries to meet their emotional and human needs. The problem is trying to change from meeting those needs in a destructive way to a constructive way. That's Slimmer Life. Ali Bennett, hi Ali. Some people can handle change better than others, obviously, yeah. Pauline lost her dad within 2 years after losing her mum.
Sorry.
And Ali's admiring your honesty. I'm going backwards here, so if some of them don't make sense. As a mother, I would be proud to see my son change his life around, Dan, says Moira.
Thank you very much.
Stick with it, Dan. You get there, bud, says Ian the doorman. Trisha
you,
Slater, one of the hardest things is losing your mum, I know. Eugene McGeever, music is good for you when you were down, Dan. Was music good for you?
Yeah, I mean, music has always been a huge part of my life from the early days when I used to hide in music as a form of kind of disconnecting from life.
You're a DJ, right?
DJ, yeah, I DJ for 10 years. I don't DJ anymore. I do produce music when I get a chance, but I haven't done it in ages. I did one during lockdown, and that was released on a label in Ireland.
Okay.
It was a chill out track. I DJ for 10 years professionally, got paid for it, got fed up with it, got fed up late nights out every weekend DJing, but it was great fun at the start and great fun while it lasted. So music is obviously a very large part of my life. I like listening to music in my car, all different types of music. Music is good for maybe releasing sorrow sometimes, the right music, certainly stuff that I can connect with my mother.
So Eugene's asking, what bands do you listen to in the radio, for instance?
What do I listen to in the radio? I listen to one of my favourite artists, and you'll find regularly played in my car, is a guy called Dermot Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah, he's an Irish singer-songwriter. He's actually, when I say his name, you might not recognise him, but his music is very well known. You will hear it a lot in the charts. And he's got an amazing voice, and his singer-songwriting capabilities are fantastic. Anywhere from, like, the other day I was listening to Prodigy, Fat of the Land in the car.
Ooh, one of my favorites.
I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
Instigator.
I'm the felt infatuated. Yeah.
Twisted animator.
I'm the one invented. Yeah. And right up to I like hip hop. I was listening to Cypress Hill earlier on today. I liked grunge growing up. I liked Nirvana, Pearl Jam. I'm a big fan of Eddie Vedder, his voice. So I have a very, I suppose, eclectic like of music. I like classical music from like soundtracks of series, like Gladiator. Yeah, I just don't like soulless music, stuff that's made just to sell.
I should be so lucky.
A bit like that.
That was my favourite. Neighbours. Thank you very much, Chris Rafferty. Thank you for the donation. For the bus to Los Gigantes. You sending me to Los Gigantes? No, he was asking. No, he was asking about a day trip out, and also the day trip that I would do, if you don't know what you're doing for the whole day, is get on a bus to Los Gigantes, have breakfast there, and then come back with its 473.
Yeah.
And visit every little village on the way back. So you got
Not a bad
Alcalá.
idea.
First of all, you got what's it called? La Arena. And then you got Alcalá. Then you got Playa San Juan. Then here, you see. And then, of course, you can get off here and we can meet up on the Meet Up Monday or the Freaky Friday.
There you go.
So there you go. So
That's a good idea.
it's in German. Oh no, it's only the phone that's in German because Christina's a German, you know. Jabomda chippy.
I didn't.
You did.
Nothing to do with me.
Maria, Anne-Marie Elton says sometimes it takes courage to change your life, and we just heard from Daniel he achieved this and turned his life around. Very admirable. Pauline saying, I agree, Maury, your life changes after the pandemic. My work life definitely changed. So yeah, I think everybody's had a big change in the last couple of years. You're right there.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Shaw says, your goals are your mum's dreams for you. Take each goal as a kiss on the head from your mummy. Stay strong and go forward.
I read that one a little minute and it's very nice.
Very nice.
That's very kind.
Okay, I'm going backwards here, but
Don't go too far back. There's a big drop there.
okay. Let's see some new ones there. And Sarah Childs is saying, great vlog with the other Tim the other day. He will get you on the snails one day in Yarko. I must admit, I'm going to have to read that again.
The other Tim is Walk With Me Tim.
Great vlog with the other Tim the other day. He will get you on the snails one day in Yarko.
Yeah, I don't know what snails are in Yarko, but Tim is from Walk With Me Tim.
Oh, walk with me, Tim.
He does a whole, he does a lot of stuff on beaches and
I'm
places.
subscribed to him.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. He was over here recently, and we did a live together walking along Las Cristianas. But
Thanks for calling, Tim.
it was a disaster. It took 5. We went live 5 times, 4 times on his phone, and it just wasn't working. So in the end, I just said, "Look, take my phone," because he bought a brand new S22.
Well, I only saw the your phone one.
Oh yeah, in the end, it was 4 lives before that, and then yeah. So he came over. He's done a few excursions with me, and I think they're going to be released on his channel this week. Very nice guy, and really enjoyed. I was ashamed I didn't get to hang out with him longer, but I got on quite well with him.
Cool. Next time you're over Walk With Me, Tim, you can come and walk with me, Tim.
Come up and join Balcony Banter.
Exactly.
He's an
Howdy,
ex-radio
yeah.
DJ.
Is the next radio DJ?
He is indeed. So
So he can do the mixing desk then.
he is a radio voice like yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, you too can have an accent like mine. Here's a radio DJ. This is Ian. This is Dan. This is Juliane. This is Christina. Let me just take her off there. It's the only way I can keep her quiet.
Come on. Behave.
Ian like that.
No.
So we changed our behaviour, but deep down we can be as weak as ever. Rocky Foundation, says Slimmer Life. Rocky Foundation, is that the new movie, is it?
They gave up giving them numbers.
Yeah.
Let's just call it Rocky Foundation.
Foundation.
It was like, when they do all those revamped versions of the Marvel comics where it's a little bit more edgy.
A little bit more edgy. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has flown. We are 53 minutes in. That means that we have to start winding down now. I want to pass over to Ian now. Do you what you got for us there, Ian?
Not very much.
Next week
I
or
just-
anything like that?
All I've got to say is thank you very much, Dan, for that. That's
problem at
very
all.
much appreciated. Very
Time
much
flew.
appreciated.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked that we're almost finished.
What I will say, I'll leave you with a couple of things you hear. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude.
Good one.
And
Excellent.
the world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. it can't be changed without changing our thinking.
Very wise
Just
words.
a couple of wee things to leave you with.
I'm going to go around the table.
Yeah.
If you're done, Ian,
I've got the topic, but go round the table and come back.
I'll go around the table and come back. So, Juliane,
Yeah.
it's
well,
one of the quietest balcony banters from you of all time.
I enjoyed listening.
I did too.
I mean,
Probably talk too much. Sorry about that, guys.
No.
I mean, that's why we have you here, to hear from you. And yeah, thanks for being so honest, open and honest. You mentioned it being one of the codes of the conduct of the 12-step program, is honesty.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm looking in the right direction, but anyway.
I'm on it.
So yes, I think it's good to do more things like that. Speaking about it is a good way of processing it. And you mentioned it that you were grieving, and grief counseling. It's one of the good ways to process everything. And you mentioned earlier on. Well, you mentioned it a lot, spirituality and spiritual growth.
Yeah.
So it's part of us, and it's definitely something that if we don't continuously really process things and take the time and make the time in our daily life, then those triggers will always pop up, no matter when. So it's good to make time and create time in your daily routines to actually process those triggers. It's normal. That's life, and and life is changing constantly, and good people leave us not really alone, because they're still around, just maybe not on this level. So, yeah. Well, anyway, I really truly enjoyed that topic. Thank you, Ian, for setting that up again. Our executive producer.
The executive producer.
Yes.
There you
And
go.
what do we have next week, by the way?
We'll come back to that. I'm going to go to Christina quick, and then we'll come back to
Yeah,
you.
go on.
So, Christina, the change. Is there any change that you want to affect? And about yourself now, not changing me, okay?
No, I'm very happy.
Quite happy?
I do whatever I can on days where I can't do a lot, I don't do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other days.
Those are the days with tea in it, right?
Yeah, good joke.
Montag, Dienstag, Mittwoch, Donnerstag, Freitag, Sonntag.
Samstag.
So, anything you want to change for next week?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You quite right, quite happy?
Yeah.
Got your clicker and everything?
Got my kick, I didn't need it very much to
No.
Yes.
Well done.
Was interesting to listen.
Uh-huh.
And until next week, I'd like to do an interview again.
An interview again.
Wow.
You can tell us what we like those interviews when we have a bit of a
Very
chit
good.
chat.
Very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
I'll grab you. Should we do one somewhere else instead of the balcony? Should we go out somewhere? Go down the
Good
beach
idea.
or something like that.
Ian.
Yes, good idea.
Good idea.
Good idea.
Uh-huh. I'll just stick her in a wheelchair and trundle off somewhere. So
But I'm not sure, I might not be able to concentrate so good when there's people walking around and I look at them.
Okay. Oh, we'll do it on the
I
balcony then.
get distracted.
We'll do it on the balcony. So you'll come back to Ian now before I finish up.
For next week,
Yeah.
our topic is unwrap your gifts.
So Somebody
Do
bring
you
me
remember
gifts.
that one, Julie?
Yes, I do.
Unwrap your
yes.
gifts.
Somebody brought me gifts.
Also, there'll be a short piece from one of our previous shows, React and Respond.
React and respond.
It'll just be a short 5-minute piece from that.
Okay. React
React and
and
respond.
respond. Oh, so I bring my coin around
Yes.
and
It will
I
be
wrap it
just
up.
just a 5-minute spot. A 5 minute,
Okay,
5 minute spot.
okay.
Same, we could do the Tenerife Roadshow or the Beach Banter. And I'm going to Dundee, Tim. We're going to go to Dundee.
Oh,
We can't go to Dundee, I'm afraid. We can't go to Dundee. Christina's not travelling at all at the moment, are you, kid?
Nope.
It takes me all my time to get her into the village. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, the hour is up. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. I want to really thank Dan for coming and opening his heart again to us and being a great part of the team, Balcony Banter team. I'd like to thank Juliane and Ian for the reason that we're still here doing it, pushing it and really going for it.
thanks for putting up with us.
No, it's right. Then I'd like to thank my wife Christina, who is the light of my life and the reason that we're doing everything.
Thank you,
And
darling.
I'd like to thank me, because without me, I wouldn't be here.
That's it.
True, you said it.
Very wise words.
Are we ready to dance?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, ladies and jelly spoons. This is Balcony Banter. If you like Balcony Banter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that little bell for notifications. What? Oh, I can't put it. Yeah, I can. There we go. Here we go. I can put the graphic on. You guys at the bottom, you gotta. Oh, it's very slow. It's very slow. I think we're losing power. So we'll take that off.